Locks, and of course they can make keys. Big cut glass for windows, plus Murphy's has monthly doorbuster specials. Check their Facebook page to see what's on sale. Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 in your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you. Here we are on this Wednesday morning. It's already Wednesday of the week, the 27th day of December. Hope you had a fantastic and a merry and blessed Christmas. And now we get ready for the new year, 2018, just around the corner here. And we're going to wish you a prosperous 2018 and a blessed new year. All right, see here today, cloudy. Had some drizzle coming in from Kville this morning. Still some drizzle out there, here, there, and yonder. Cloudy today, high today of around 50 degrees. Tonight, cloudy with a low around 40. And then tomorrow, cloudy. Now, tomorrow, cloudy with a high of around 41. So when you wake up in the morning, it's not going to get much warmer. Low tonight of 40, high tomorrow of 41 with a 60% chance of showers. The Ottawa River level is at 7 feet and falling. Currently here in southeast Georgia, we have 45 degrees. Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM in Jessup. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Bridge Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage. Also brought to you by Republic Services and by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup. 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. And Bob, did you have a good time with your dad at Christmas?
Yep, I had a good Christmas. It was good.
Did you get some golf in?
No, didn't get any golf in.
No golf at all. Does your dad still play?
He played Friday, and then he barely injured his knee, so he was hobbling around, so he didn't want to play them.
Yeah, well, those things happen.
Yeah, so we just hung around, watched some bowl games, went to a couple movies. So.
What movies did you see?
I saw Father Figures. That's the one I wanted to see with Terry Bradshaw.
How was that?
I liked it. He didn't like it, so.
Your dad didn't like it, but you liked it, huh? Well, did it have, like, offbeat, off-the-wall comedy in it, just kind of?
I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, so.
Okay, well,
I just want to
like that kind of stuff.
I like Ed Helms and Owen Wilson. I like Terry Bradshaw, so. But Terry Bradshaw, so they said the premise is that the two guys find out from their mother, they're trying to find who their father is. And she says,
who's your daddy?
She gives them some possibilities, and the first person she mentions is Terry Bradshaw, so they go meet Terry Bradshaw to find out if he's really their father or not. So, but anyway, there's 3 or 4 people they go see because it's just, she doesn't know who the father is, or so she claims she doesn't know who the father is.
Have they heard of DNA testing?
I won't give away.
Yeah, don't give it away, Bob. Don't give it away for folks who want to go see it.
I personally enjoyed the movie because, like I said, I like Terry Bradshaw, and I like Ed Helms and Owen Wilson. Glenn Close plays the mother. I thought it was. I said I liked it. He didn't like it. So.
Okay. What about the other movie?
I want to see The Greatest Showman, the one on the Ringling Brothers Circus.
How was that?
That's excellent.
Excellent. Huh?
Good movie.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. Have you seen Star Wars fan?
I saw the
you saw the Star Wars.
Star Wars here.
Yeah, that's right. But I remember you saying that before you left.
Train and watch that.
So. Yeah, some people really like it, some people don't. Some critics like it, some don't. There's a lot of folks out there that were very disappointed in the way that Luke Skywalker was portrayed in it and some of the other things. So, I don't know. That's just the way it is. People have different opinions about different things, Not everybody agrees on everything. So, people can go and watch the movie and make up their own mind whether they like it or not.
I enjoyed it. I saw where Jumanji's playing down there. So I got to go check that out. That looks funny.
Which movie is that?
Jumanji.
Jumanji? Is that kind of like the one that Robin Williams did?
Yeah, it's like that. They play a board game and they get turned into different characters.
Oh, they do? Yeah.
Looks kind of funny. I said, anytime Kevin Hart's in a movie, and Jack Black, I'm sure that's...
Oh, it's going to be funny if those two are in it. Yeah. Love to laugh. I love watching comedies.
I like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. He's in it, so...
Oh, he's in it also? Yeah. It's amazing how he can play such a, an action character and then turn right around and play some of the best comedy, there is. He's just, for a former wrestler, he's pretty versatile when it comes to his acting talent.
He's made a nice life for himself.
Yes, he has, hasn't he? Yes, he has. See, what was the movie that he was in where he had the little girl that showed up saying that she was his daughter and found out that she was? He was the quarterback for the one of Baltimore somebody or something like that. What's the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of it, but it was funny. It was so funny. Here's this little girl that shows up to his condo there in town, and then ends up saying that she's his daughter, and then he immediately takes her to the doctor and DNA test, and the doctor says that she's yours. But the movie was real funny about him being a quarterback for the team, and they get into the championship game, and they perform that, they bond as dad and daughter, and it was just really funny, good movie. I enjoyed that. I just can't think of the name of it right offhand, but that was a good movie. And then you got the Rock and the action movies like Fast and Furious and Scorpion King and things of that sort. But boy, does that guy work out, does he? My word, guy's got muscles on top of muscles. Something I don't have to worry about, Bob. I don't try to strain my muscles that much, and I don't want to hurt them. I'm looking out for my muscles to make sure I don't hurt them. Just kind of probably like you. I mean,
exactly.
It's not that I don't want to get in shape. It's just I just don't want to strain or hurt my muscles or anything like that. At our age, it's easy to do that. You're not saying a word. Do you work out? You still work out some, don't you?
I still go to the gym. Yeah.
You still go to the gym?
I'm not big into weights, though. I'm more into cardio.
You're more into cardio? Well, they do say that you need, a little bit of both. The cardio and the weightlifting. You need to increase the muscle mass, because if you don't increase the muscle mass, then it just turns to flab.
These are my curls right here.
Those are your curls, okay? Now, you got juice in there? Or water? Water? Yeah. You're not a coffee drinker, are you?
I drink a little bit of coffee, not much.
Yeah, I usually stop by Hurricanes most every single morning and get my coffee. Hello down there at Hurricanes. Good morning. They listen to us down there and have us through the speakers. Their restaurant part is closed, I guess probably for this week. But the convenience store is open, and go in there and get the items that you need. And, love shopping at Hurricanes. It's locally owned and operated. And tell us the owners of the Hurricanes.
The Twillies.
The Twillies, that's right. And locally owned and operated convenience store. Get my gas there, because that Chevron's got that Techron in there to keep the engine running smooth and easy and clean. The Game Plan was the name of the movie. Somebody texted him.
Hannah's home for the holidays. They probably got her working up there this weekend.
Say that again now?
I said if Ron has Hannah home during the holidays, she's probably up there working.
Oh, sweet. Good thing.
Hurricanes, yeah.
Okay. All right. But love shopping there. It's like a family up there. You know everyone when you go in. They're not, and
good food.
Yep, good food there on the restaurant side. Like I said, they are closed this morning. Usually they're open for breakfast and lunch for their restaurant most days, but they're probably giving the girls off this week, I guess, because I know they weren't open this morning. Let's see here. I have The Showman starting Friday. That's got to be Ralph. So The Showman will start Friday at the Strand.
It's a good movie.
Good movie. Okay. All right. Let's see here. If you have any questions or comments, you can always text us. But not while you're driving now at 912-427-3711. We can't answer the phone while we're on the air, but we can read text. 912-427-3711 is the number to text if you have any questions or comments. 11 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM in Jessup. And the more that, you go around town and talk, Bob, the more people are getting excited about the Georgia-Oklahoma game out there in the Rose Bowl. And lots of folks from Wayne County going. A lot of folks from probably entire southeast Georgia probably going,
I say it's going to be 3/4 Georgia.
You think so?
Georgia, this is their big trip. Oklahoma's and Georgia fans are going here. There's championship games in Atlanta, so that's not hard to go. But they say Oklahoma fans are just waiting for the championship game because they can't do both. So they're hoping and praying their team gets to Atlanta, so they're making their big trip to Atlanta. So they're not many people from Oklahoma.
I see what they're doing. They're going to make their plans for Oklahoma because they think they're going to beat us because they got that super duper quarterback. Wait till they run into our defense.
They can't afford to make both trips.
Yeah.
Going to Pasadena and going all the way to Atlanta, that's just a tough thing to do. So what they're doing is they're gambling, hoping their team's going to Atlanta, and they're saving up their money going to Atlanta. So all the tickets, they say they're going to Georgia fans. They say it's going to be three-quarter full with Georgia fans.
Yeah, lots of red and black there at the Rose Bowl, huh?
Georgia fans are, talking to a lot of people. They're just, making the bucket list, going out there for the game, going to see the Rose Bowl parade, the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards out there.
So
There's
a lot of Wayne County people going. So like I said, a lot of people in this area are going to the game. So wish them a safe and happy trip.
Yeah, fly out of there and fly, I guess, out of Savannah, Jacksonville, and drive to Atlanta and fly out, however you want to do it. And
most people find the cheapest airfares out of Orlando, so a lot of people are driving to Orlando.
They're driving to Orlando to fly to L.A.?
Yeah, they save the pile money on the airline tickets. So
man,
you got a family of 4, you save a couple $100 a ticket. It's worth driving 4 hours to Orlando. So
we do wish them all the best. There's probably some that's already leaving. You got so much out there to see. You got Disneyland. I mean, of course, we have Disney World down here close to us, so I don't know how many people go to Disneyland. They actually have more visitors each year at Disneyland than they do at Disney World. I don't. It's kind of hard to believe that, but they do. And of course, you got the you can get one of those bus tours and go see all the stars' homes and stuff like that. How are the wildfires out there? Have you heard any more on that lately?
Last thing I heard, they should all be gone by the end of January. They said they'd have them all in control, but it's still going on out there. I mean, a lot of damage.
Okay.
The last report I saw is they said they had it pretty much contained, but they said all the fires will be out by the end of January.
Okay. We'd like to congratulate our winner on our cash can giveaway. He wins $1,055. Found it late yesterday, and so congratulations to him. Seems like everybody I talked to is out there looking for that cash can, trying to win that $1,055. Remember, our cash can is always on public property. You don't have to move anything. You don't have to climb anything. You don't have to, dig or anything like that. And it was on public property next to a tree on public property, just off First Street there. There at the Jessup City Cemetery, the water plant, and I believe the dog pound's there too in that area, isn't it? I think
it was in a tree.
Yeah, right. It was right at the. It wasn't. It's where you could just reach for it. It's just where you could reach for it. And everybody had a great time playing the Big Dog Country Cash Can. And we'll come back with it again in May. Of course, we'll have a lot of giveaways between now and then. But $1,055, and we do appreciate everyone who participated in it. They were looking all over Wayne County, from Jessup to Scriven to Odom and other places. And the clues, once you put them all together, it made sense where it was. And so congratulations to the winner of the Big Dog Country Cash Can giveaway. And let's see here. We'll come back with that again in May. And you can enjoy it at that time. Let's see here. NFL games. So you say if the Falcons win this coming Sunday, they're definitely in the playoffs, but on the road. Is that correct?
They'll be on the road, but they've got to just get in.
They got to win to get in. If they don't win, they're not in.
They control their own destiny. And I said they couldn't win at New Orleans, so they have the Panthers this coming Sunday. So the Panthers are already in the playoffs, so that's, you hope that a lot of these teams
back off a little bit.
Well, a lot of these teams are in the playoffs are making decisions on whether or not they're going to play starters or not play starters.
Right.
So you just don't know what.
I wouldn't play if I was definitely in. I wouldn't be playing my starters if I couldn't help it.
It depends on if you want to see that team again. I mean, it's just like Jacksonville, Tennessee. If Jacksonville lets Tennessee win, then Jacksonville's going to play Tennessee the next weekend in Jacksonville. So you want to let a team beat you and then play them again? Or, do you want to just knock them out and let somebody else come play you? So it'll be interesting what they do. The Jaguars are locked in at 3. Falcons need to win to get in. Falcons win, they're in. If they don't, then Seattle wins, they're in. So if both Seattle and Falcons lose, Falcons still in. So, but they need to win at home against Carolina to get in. All the games, NFL changed all the games with playoff implications to 425. So both the Falcons and Jacksonville games are 425 this Sunday.
And there's no Sunday. What about the Jacksonville playoff situation?
They're locked in at 3. They're hosting the first round playoff game the following weekend. I'm not sure it's going to be a Saturday or Sunday game, but Jacksonville's going to be at home and take on the 6th seed which will be Tennessee if Tennessee wins this weekend. So that's what I'm saying. Do you want to play them twice in one weekend or in 2 weeks, or do you want to just knock them out and play somebody else?
Okay. So Jacksonville is definitely in as the number 3 seed and will host the first round, definitely.
Right.
Okay, no matter what they do against Tennessee.
Don't know if it's a Saturday or Sunday game, but they're locked in at home in the first weekend of the playoffs, taking on the number 6 seed because they're going to be the 3 seed. 3 will play 6, 4 play 5. 1 and 2 sit out. Pittsburgh and New England sit by in the first round. They've got the byes. They're both 2 wins away from the Super Bowl.
So if Jacksonville beats Tennessee, they'll definitely be at home, and do you know who they'll play?
They won't play Tennessee.
They won't play Tennessee.
If they beat Tennessee, it'll be Buffalo or Los Angeles Chargers.
All right. So if they lose to Tennessee,
they're going to play Tennessee at Jacksonville the following weekend. Because Tennessee will be the 6th seed.
Okay, so if we beat Tennessee, we play someone else. If we lose to Tennessee, we play Tennessee again.
Right.
Okay, all right. Just trying to get it straight in the mind here, Bob. No.
They're locked in at 3.
They're locked in at
6 seed.
They're locked in at 3.
Tennessee wins this weekend. They're 6 seed, so that's who they'll play again. But they'll play them at home. This week they play them on the road at Tennessee.
Okay. We do want folks to know that the cash can has been found. It was found by Samuel Waters. It was on a tree in the public area, the public property area of the Jessup City Cemetery, not in the private area, just the public area. And that's where it was, right up where you can reach and get it on in the public area of the Jessup City Cemetery, not in the private area, but in the public area of it. Samuel Waters was the winner. And we had a couple of young guys who came into the station. You know, you got the last week, and remember that geocaching used to be real popular, where people used to go out and get on their cell phones, and they would go find these cans and or these bottles or whatever, and then they would do something with it, and they'd go to another and try to find another. It's called geocaching. It was really big several years ago. Somebody brought in one of those geocaching cans last week and thought they had won. I said, no, that's not it. There's no WLOP, WYFO on there anywhere. It doesn't say cash can. It says geocaching. But I took a picture of it and sent it to Matt anyway, and he said, no, that's not it. And I remember when that was pretty big. I never did get on my phone and go out and look for those cans and those clues and all that. I know you didn't. I mean, I use my phone for texting, phone calls, checking my banking account, checking my emails. And that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, I do use the calendar. I use the calendar on there to put my appointments in. And I do use the clock on there for one of my 2 alarm clocks that I set each morning. I set 2. And Bob, you and me are technology challenged. We use it what we have to and depend upon other people to have more knowledge than we do to take care of other things like Jonathan. You should hear it around the station. When one of us have a problem with one of our computers, you can hear Jonathan say, Jonathan! Whether it's me or Leanne or Jim or whoever it may be, or you. Does a great job of helping us with our computers and our other equipment around here. Let's see here, 21 minutes past 8 o'clock, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country. I didn't watch any bowl games over the last several days, but you said most of them were boring and blowouts?
Yeah, they're just not entertaining at all.
Okay.
It's been a dreadful bowl season.
Do what now?
It's been a dreadful bowl season.
A dreadful bowl season. Okay.
I mean, 1 or 2 games have been competitive. The other games are just not competitive.
Okay. Somebody wanted to know what the clue stand for 1, 9, 7, then 3. I have no idea. I didn't make up the clues. Matt did that, so I'm sure that had something to do with it somewhere. I was thinking about water running by. Well, you got the big water tower there. Several different things that gave it away, and as each day went by, the clues got more specific to where folks found the cash can. People always love the cash can giveaway, and we look forward to coming back with it again in May. And for all you folks who didn't find it, I'm sorry. Wish it could be. I was listening to the Georgia State News coming in, and a famous rapper from the Atlanta area does this each year. He goes out there and plays Santa, and he went to a Target in the Atlanta area, and within 30 minutes bought $20,000 worth of Christmas gifts that people were buying. You know, they already had them, and he paid for them. Can't think of the name, the rapper's name. They gave us, he gave his stage name and his real name. But that's just great, to have someone who's, made it big and it's got the money, and then on Christmas Eve goes out there and help pays for people's Christmas gifts. Just a big salute to that rapper for doing that. Just giving back. And they said that he's been doing this each year for the last several years. And you hear about that from some of the stars out there, the singers and movie stars and things of that sort that'll, do different things like that. And that's good. It always feels good to give, Bob. Yeah, it does. And I want to thank you very much for that Georgia tumbler that you gave me at our Christmas party on whatever day we had it on. Thursday, Friday, whatever it was.
Friday.
The Friday, I'm going to. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or display it, Bob. But Bob, for a Christmas present at our office Christmas party, gave me a clear glass Georgia tumbler with a big silver G on it, and that'll be one of my most prized possessions. Bob, thank you so much. Yeah, and I'd also like to thank my office manager, Leanne, and our part-time high school student, Andriana, who printed out pictures for me. Leanne said last week, send me several pictures from your phone that really mean a lot to you. So I sent it to them. And then using our super duper printer we have here, they printed out some 8x10s and some 4x8s or 4x6s or whatever and put them in frames. So I got pictures of the family and my grandkids and me and my sister, and I appreciate them doing that. That means a lot. When you've got, they want to help set my office up where I've got a section where I've got personal items like pictures of the family and things of that sort. And so the girls are looking out for me, Bob. But first of all, we have to tackle my office. It is a mess. I got like 3 years worth of stuff piled around in there that has to be cleaned up and straightened up. Most of the time you keep your office in pretty good order, don't you?
I try.
Yeah.
I'm not in there very often.
No, you're not in there all the time. But you keep your stories for a while and, get them piled up and, just in case you have to look back on something. And, but Jonathan worked on his office, which is basically the production room right next to our main studio here. And he got it all. I mean, it looked about as bad as mine. And it looks great now. Jonathan's got the cleanest and straightest office in the entire office. In the entire station, which is amazing. It'd be like me having the cleanest, straightest office in the entire station.
Give it a week.
Give it a week. Give it a week and it'll be back where it was, huh?
Somebody better take a picture of it now.
Take a picture of it now while it's still straight over there in our production studio. Oh, boy. And, man, there was a lot of arrests made by the Sheriff's Department and Jessup City Police on burglaries and theft and stuff like that over the last several days, right?
They're cracking down. So they just started a new task force. They're out working.
Trying to cut down on theft?
Theft and everything else.
Yeah, trying to cut down that theft out there. And you see that happen a lot during the holidays for one reason or another. But if you want the complete report on that news story of the folks that were arrested over the last several days for different charges, a lot of it was theft, you can listen to Bob's newscast at around 12:15 and then again around 5:10. And Jonathan was telling me he's already seen some of those cameras up downtown that the Jessup Police Department said they were going to do.
I'm not sure. I know they're working on it. So
yeah, he said he saw them downtown somewhere. The Jessup Police Department putting up cameras so they can kind of keep an eye on things. If there's a crime that's committed, perhaps maybe the car or truck or whatever the case may be, or maybe ride by that camera and they can take a look at the vehicle. And also, they're supposed to put some cameras up going into certain neighborhoods in the city of Jessup, to try to help on that. So anything that you can do to help me make people safer and their property safer, that's good. It's not like they're going to be sitting there monitoring them all the time and watching people go in and out of neighborhoods. They'll just use them when a crime is reported, and then they'll go to that particular area on the recording and find out what may or may not happen. You got any New Year's resolutions yet, Bob?
I got a few.
You got a few? You actually are going to make some New Year's resolutions this year, huh?
It's tradition. Have to.
You have to. So you do have some. Now, you're the type of person who doesn't say it to anybody. Or do you say your resolutions to anybody?
I keep them to myself.
You keep them to yourself. Well, then, if you keep them to yourself, then you can't be responsible to anybody to make sure that you're keeping them, Bob. Then no one, you've got to be accountable to someone about that. And they can say, hey, have you done this,
Accountable to myself.
You're accountable to yourself. Oh boy! In that comment section in today's newspaper, the press sitting on where they interview people about stuff. It's what are some of your New Year's resolutions? And the first guy says something that I need to do: get organized. I'm one of the most disorganized people that you can see, and so I need to get organized. And I guess that could be one of my New Year's resolutions: is try to get organized. But I've got to have help, Bob. I probably need to go to therapy for that. how to be and stay organized. But Leanne said she's going to do that for me this year. Our office manager here in Big Dog Country Radio, Leanne, says that she's going to help me straighten up my office and help keep me organized. Try to make me more efficient, and I do appreciate that. We'll get started on that as soon as we can. All right, any bowl games today?
4.
4 bowl games today. Who's playing today? Do you know right off your head there?
Florida State's playing today.
Florida State's playing today? Yeah. Boy, their program is really taken a hit, the last couple of years, and then their coach leaves, and so it'll be interesting. They didn't have that great of recruiting, but that was just their early signing. We'll see what happens in the winter.
Florida State plays Southern Miss. That's the first game of the day. Then Boston College, Iowa, Arizona, Purdue, and Texas, and Missouri. Missouri's the first SEC team. The first of many that are in the bowl games, but no SEC teams played yet. So Missouri's the first SEC team that is on the schedule for today. So hopefully the SEC will do well. Start off 1-0.
Have you heard any more talk about them expanding the SEC and adding more teams? Have you heard? I heard that like a few months back, but then I haven't heard anything since then. Chuck Oliver hasn't been talking about it on our AM station between 5 to 7 p.m. All he talks is college football. So, have you heard any more about it?
Have not.
Have not. Okay. All right. It's time for us to wrap up here, but Jonathan's still downloading stuff in the computer. Well, Bob, you have a good day and drive safely out there. The road's kind of slick. We're on famous Butch and Bob show, brought to you by Mike Bridge Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage, by Republic Services, and also brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup. You're listening to Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Coming up in just a few minutes here on the Big Dog, we are going to give away our last tickets that we have to the